it's Nikki of Nikki's Homemade Crafts, and today you're going to learn how to crochet corner to corner in rounds. And here's an example of it, how it may look like if you choose to do this pattern right here. The information for this pattern will be linked down below, but this tutorial will guide you through it on the technique. Now, it's very important that you know kind of the basics of corner to corner using the box stitch already, so that way in your mind it will be easy to digest, to figure out how to do this technique in rounds. Okay, so let me show you on a small swatch. Obviously you can go big or as little as you like. You can turn this into blankets, pillows, rugs, whatever you choose. So many different options. You can choose as many colors as you like, and I'm going to teach you that in two colors, in white and in blue, using super bulky yarn, because in my opinion this is super easy to see and follow along. And then I'll also show you how to turn it from one square that is zigzaggy to a smooth edge square all the way around. If you are a lefty, this is very important. If you want to watch this video as a lefty, I highly recommend downloading and installing the Chrome extension. It's 100% free. There might be many out there, okay? It could be for other browsers too. I only know of one, and that is the free Chrome extension called Video Mirror. You're going to install it onto your Chrome browser, and it allows you to click a button to turn any video around so you can watch it as a lefty. No matter which video, you can flip it. Really, it doesn't matter which video is on your browser to be seen. If it recognizes it as a video, it will turn it for you by pressing one button. So grab that extension if you're a lefty. So let's get started. We're going to get started right in the center. I'm going to use white first. So what you need to do first is you're going to make some pixels, and they all kind of connect with each other, and we're going to start in a center pretty much, and we work our way out. So for every row you're going to add 4 additional pixels. You will see it how it turns more into a corner to corner piece. In the beginning you may just say this more looks like just a box stitch in rounds. Yes, but you will start seeing it later on where it's more of a diagonal effect once you kind of get along with it, okay? All right, the very first pixel is different from all the other pixels, okay? So whatever your normal box stitch is, you need to add 1 extra chain to it, okay? So my normal box stitch for this specific one is going to be a chain of 5, and then my double crochets in the first, second, and third chain that I made. But here we need to do 4 of them. So I'll show you. Okay, so we're going to add 1 chain extra. So that means you're either going to make a chain of 6 or 7. It's up to you. And you're going to crochet in the first 4, and we're going to crochet a double crochet in each. That's only in the very first one. Okay, you'll see in a second why. It's very important because we're going to add on to it. Okay, so for the very first box stitch, you're going to need 4 double crochets. So, which means in the first 4 chains that you made, in each of them, you're going to crochet a double crochet stitch. So it's going to look like this, okay? And what you're now going to do is you're going to add another box stitch right here, and we're going to crochet around this last double crochet stitch, okay? And then you're going to start seeing that this is actually more like a regular one, right? So what you're going to do is you're going to make a chain of 2 or 3, okay? And you're going to add your double crochets right in here, okay? Right into that very last one that you just made. So here's 1 double crochet stitch, second, and third. Okay, but we need 1 extra because we need to add more all the way around. So you add 1 more double crochet stitch. So you're going from 3 to 4 because we need to add on to this side here. Okay, so we're going in this round, but we need a double crochet stitch that we're adding around it, just like we did over here. So now you can see that this looks like a regular one because we went around that last one. So you have to do this over here too. Okay, so make a chain of 2 after you made your 4 double crochet stitches, and now go around that last one that you just made and add 3 double crochet stitches first, just for your own mental awareness. That is a box stitch, right? And now you're going to add 1 more because we need to do another box stitch right here. So we want 4 of them in total. So it's going to look like this. So this would be your box stitch, and then this one is what we're going to add on to it. Okay, so right here, chain of 2, and go around that double crochet stitch and crochet your double crochets, 3 of them together into that chain space. Well, it's not really a chain space, it's around that double crochet stitch, right? And now you're going to do your slip stitch to your first pixel that you made. And now your very first row is done. Okay, that's your very first row. All right, so now that you're finished with this, we're now going into the next round. So you're going to have to turn your project just like you normally would for a corner to corner project. We're now going to do an increase. So as I mentioned before, you're going to increase by 4 every round. So we're going to have 2 over here, 2 over here, 2 here, and 2 here. So we go from 4 to 8. Okay. So the very first one is going to be an increase, which means we need to do a chain of 5 or 6, depending on which one, depending on your tension. But the most important thing is the first 3 right here. And you're going to crochet into the first 3 chains a double crochet stitch, 1 in each. And now you're going to naturally already come to this point right here, and you're going to add your slip stitch. Okay, so like so. Now you notice that we didn't add 4 double crochets here, and the reason for it is because we had a pixel right next to it. You'll see in a second that we're going to make one where that's not the case, because we don't have one over here. So we need to add 4 double crochet stitches on the next pixel. Okay, so right here we added 3 because there's a pixel right here. For this one that we're doing right now, we're going to make a chain of 2 or 3, and into that chain space right here, or double crochet space, you're going to crochet 4 double crochet stitches, because on the side here there's no pixel. Remember, we can't just connect this over here, then we're not flat anymore, right? We need another pixel right here. So in order to do that, you need to have 4 double crochet stitches in this pixel. So whenever you need to add a pixel on the side right next to it, literally right next to it, you're going to need 4 double crochet stitches. So right here, we're going to make a chain of 2, and we're now going to crochet in this direction, right? So right around that last double crochet we made. So let's do that. So we're going to add 3 double crochets though, because we have a pixel right next to it. So right here, and we're going to slip stitch right into this, and we'll have our connection point right here. Now we're going to repeat what we just did over here. We're going to do it 2 more times here and 2 more times here, and then we're going to just finish up the last one. So I'm going to show you here one more time together so you know exactly how this works. So here we go. We're going to do this again because there's no pixel right here. We're going to add a pixel over here, a box stitch with 4 double crochet stitches. So right here, after the chain of 2 or 3, you're going to add 4 double crochet stitches instead of 3. So here's my 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And around the 4th one is where we're going to crochet the next pixel over. So chain of 2. And around the 4th one, you're going to crochet 3 double crochet stitches. Why 3? Because there is a pixel right next to it, so we don't need a 4th one. So I made my 3, and I slip stitch right over to the next one. Now I'm going to do one more, and then I'll show you how to finish this one up. All right, so I added one more side, and now I'm going to finish this up with you together. So right here, you're going to be at the same point as this one, but we already have a pixel right now over here on the side, right? So we're going to make a chain of 2 or 3, and you're going to add now 3 double crochet stitches right here, because we have a pixel on the left side of it. Or for me, it's the left side. If you're a lefty, it's the right side. So we have a pixel right here. So we can slip stitch right into it. So therefore, we didn't need a 4th one to add onto it, right? So this is now round 2 done. So I'm going to keep going a little bit more with white. And once we kind of have maybe another 1 or 2 rounds established, you're going to start seeing that flow a little bit better. And then we're going to add onto the other side to decrease with the blue color, so you can see how the transition happens. Okay, so let's do another round together so you're going to see how this works. So I flipped it, as you just saw. So you flip it around, you add your chain of 5 or 6, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so that's an increase, right? You're going to add 3 double crochet stitches into the first 3 chains. And you can see that we're right next to a chain space right here, so we can make our slip stitch right into it. Okay, now we're going to make another box stitch, but here you can now see that we're adding it right here. And right next to it is a box stitch, which means we're not going to add a chain of 4 here, but a chain of 3. So because we have a pixel right next to it, we need to only crochet 3 double crochet stitches. So let's do that. So chain of 2 or 3, and then 3 double crochet stitches right here. And as you can see, we're right next to it, so we're just going to do our slip stitch. So now we're in this row right here. So we kind of are going down a diagonal, as you can tell, right? So you can see that diagonal happening, the corner to corner effect, right? So here we're going to do a chain of 2, but we don't have a pixel right here, which means we're going to do a 4 double crochet stitches right into that space. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Because we now need to add on to the 4th one, just like we've done before, right? So chain of 2, and then add 3 double crochets around that 4th one, because we have a pixel right next to it that we're going to connect to. So every time you have that pixel next to it, you're only going to crochet 3 double crochet stitches. If you don't have one there, it's 4. The 4 double crochet box stitches only should happen 3 times per round. Here, here, and here, because you started out with one over here. So it's only 3 times per round when you're actually doing it. So right here, we have a box stitch right next to it. So what it means, we're only going to add 3 double crochets right into here. So it will be 1, 2, and 3, and then slip stitch to the neighboring. And then right here again, we're in a position where there's no box stitch next to it, so we have to do the 4 again. So chain of 2 or 3, then we have 4 double crochet stitches, and then we're adding onto that a double crochet stitch. So chain of 2 or 3, and then 3 double crochets onto that one, because there's a pixel or a box stitch right next to it. Right here, slip stitch into it to connect it, and now you can see we're going into the diagonal again. So I'm going to finish up this round so you can see how this works. I'm going to show you the very last one again so you see how to connect it and turn to the next round. All right, right here is our very last one for this round. So again, we're going to make a chain of 2 or 3, and then 3 double crochet stitches because there is a pixel right next to it. So right here, slip stitch to it, and therefore we are finishing this round. So now you're going to flip, and you're going to repeat the process that we just did in the previous round, okay? So you're going to make a increase right here, so chain of 5 or 6, add your 3 double crochet stitches, then you go in a diagonal to add your box stitches, and every time you hit this one, or this one, okay, you're going to add 4 double crochet stitches into it because there's no pixel or box stitch next to it. So you have to add 4 over here to add onto it, right? So that's the same round after round. Now, let's say you want to leave it like this, which is fine, but you're going to have a zigzag. So it is a square, so you can tell, right? If I lay it out like this, you can see it's a square. However, it has zigzags. So if you don't like the effect of the zigzags, you want to do now add on to it and do the traditional corner to corner decreases. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do this in a different color, just that you can see how this looks like. So I'm going to use blue for this, and I'm just going to do it on one side and show you how to do the decreases. So you can pick any side you want to get started. I'm just going to let my white hang here down here, and I'm just going to do it over here on this side. Okay, so like the opposite side. So the idea is that this side, wherever that straight edge is happening, that, you know, where the two are together, that's going to be the straight edges. So you're going to expand onto here and make it into a point. Okay, so which means you need to start right in one of these corners right here. So if you're lefty, you would start on the other side. So you would be starting right here. Okay, so you're not adding one here. So let me explain it in a different way. So if you are continuously going in rounds, you would be adding a pixel right here. If you're not, you're either going to do slip stitches over if you're staying with the same color, and then you're adding your pixel here, or you're adding a new color right in that corner, right? Because we're now doing decreases and we're going just in this direction, okay? So right here, I'm just gonna add it onto it, and you can make a slip stitch, a single crochet, whatever. I'm gonna just add it like so and add my chain of 2. And now I'm gonna add my 3 double crochet stitches. So when you're doing decreases like this, you do not have any 4 double crochet pixels when you're doing decreases, okay? So right here, you make your 3 double crochet stitches, slip stitch into the neighboring one, and you're gonna do another one. So chain of 2 or 3, and your 3 double crochet stitches. You pretty much go until the other side until you hit the next edge. Okay, so it doesn't matter how many times that is, right? It depends how big your initial square is, right? Before you started doing decreases. So for me right here, that happens to be only 2. Now, right here, I would be doing a decrease now. So let me show you. So I would be turning my work. I'm going to make my slip stitches so you can go either way. So if you go this direction and turn, it's easier to hide your yarn. If you go in this direction, you can see how that's kind of over there and makes that weird loop. So you don't want that. So turn the other way around. Okay. And now you're going to slip stitch over. I recommend 3 slip stitches. So I like to go into the center one right here, not the first, but the center. So that would be 1, then 2, and then 1 more into that chain space that we're going to go into anyways, right there. That's actually the chain space. And so you have 3 slip stitches, chain of 2 or 3, and go into that chain space and crochet your 3 double crochet stitches. So you can see that this is the traditional decreases that you're doing, you would do for normal corner to corner, right? Do your slip stitch to the next pixel over and turn. So for me, I'm going in this direction because I want the yarn in the front, right? And then here, I'm just going to finish it up with my 3 slip stitches. Why? Because we officially want to finish in the corner. So this happens to be right here. So this is like my little, you know, a little point to make my flat edge. Okay, so you would do this all the way around, and then you have an official square in the end. Okay, so if you want to have a project like the one I showed you here on the screen, so this will be one of them that I did, and I turned it into a pillow. So you can also turn that into a blanket and many different things. So information on this pattern specifically, there will be a link down below in the description if you want to grab it, or if you already have it, then this is the video for you, right? But you pretty much just then doing your decreases as normal on all 4 sides. So that way you have a flat edge all the way around, okay? And obviously you weave in your ends in the end. I hope this video was helpful on how to do corner to corner and rounds just like this, where you use the traditional box stitch, but you're doing it from a center outwards, but you're still doing the corner to corner effect by going in diagonals, just in around, and then later on, of course, the decreases. I hope this video was helpful on how to do just that, and of course also how to do color changes, which you can do every round. You can do it for just the decreasing parts of it. It's totally up to you. There's so many varieties of what you can do with this technique. It is amazing. I actually love this technique very, very much, and I look forward to designing even more patterns with this technique for sure. It is so fun. It's really addicting. You got to try it out. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, share this video, and subscribe to my YouTube channel and turn on the bell to get a notification next time I publish a new video or go live. One little thing, if you watch till the end, you pretty much can answer this question. Let me know down below. Just leave a comment, okay? Don't tell anyone, but leave a comment down below and let me know which 2 colors did I use for this tutorial. That way I know you watched till the end. Which 2 colors did I use for this tutorial, and what are you going to make with this technique? I want to know. Leave me a comment down below, answer those 2 questions so I know you watched till the end, and let everyone guess why you answered that way. Give me the 2 colors and what are you going to do with this technique. I'll see you next time. Until then, bye!